You have seen the machine. You have traced its pillars, quantum finance, AI gods, bloodline magic. You have learned that the game was rigged before you were born, but seeing is not enough. Understanding is not freedom. There is one move the machine cannot calculate, one variable it cannot predict, one weapon it cannot defend against, the choice to use its own tools against itself. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we do not expose another layer of the machine. We expose the counter machine, the quantum rebellion rising in labs and server rooms across the world, the mathematicians, the hackers, the awakened who have decided that if probability is a prison, then probability can also be a key. The machine's greatest weapon has always been prediction. It studies you. It learns your patterns, your vulnerabilities, your moments of weakness. It knows when you will chase a loss, when you will believe in a lucky streak, when you will return after swearing you were done. This is not magic. It is mathematics, probability refined over millennia into an engine of extraction. But prediction has a flaw. It relies on patterns. It assumes that the future will resemble the past. It assumes that you will remain predictable. What happens when you are not? What happens when a gambler places a bet not based on instinct or desperation, but on a quantum random number generator that produces true unpredictability? What happens when a trader enters the dark pools not to compete but to disrupt? What happens when the awakened stop being predictable altogether? The machine cannot calculate what it cannot anticipate, and it cannot anticipate true randomness. Across the world in places the machine does not monitor, a new kind of rebel is building. They are not soldiers. They are not politicians. They are mathematicians, quantum physicists, and programmers who have decided to turn the machine's greatest strength into its greatest weakness. The first tool in their arsenal is the quantum random number generator. Unlike the pseudo-random algorithms that power every betting app, true quantum randomness cannot be predicted. It cannot be reverse engineered. It cannot be manipulated. When a gambler uses it, the machine faces something it has never faced, a choice it did not script. The second tool is the decentralized network. The machine harvests through centralization. Every bet flows through its servers, every notification from its algorithms. But the awakened are building networks that have no center to attack, no servers to seize, no single point of failure. They are creating spaces where humans can connect without being harvested. The third tool is pattern disruption. The machine's predictions rely on you being predictable. So the awakened are learning to break their own patterns. They bet at random times, in random amounts, on random outcomes. They become noise in the system, and noise is the enemy of prediction. Remember the Antikythera betting engine? The 2,000-year-old mechanism buried in hard rock's code. The countdown to human extinction, 37 years, 4 months, 16 days. The quantum rebels have found a way to access that code. Not to delete it, the machine is too vast for deletion, but to recalculate. To introduce variables the engine never anticipated. To show it a future it cannot predict. The countdown is changing. Not dramatically, not yet. But the certainty is gone. The clock that once ticked with mechanical inevitability now flickers. It hesitates. It recalculates. And the machine has noticed. The machine is not passive. It has been monitoring the quantum rebellion since its first spark, and it has begun to respond. Its first weapon is the same as always: disbelief. It whispers that quantum randomness is a myth, that decentralized networks are impossible, that the rebellion is just another conspiracy theory, another distraction, another product to be packaged and sold. Its second weapon is co-option. It offers the rebels funding, platforms, visibility in exchange for control. It tries to turn the rebellion into just another market segment, another app, another product to be harvested. Its third weapon is division. It finds the fault lines in the movement and drives wedges. It amplifies disagreements. It turns attention inward. A movement that fights itself cannot fight the machine. But the rebels have learned to see these weapons. They have studied the machine longer than the machine has studied them. They know that disbelief is just a suggestion. Co-option is just a trap. Division is just a pattern, and patterns can be broken. The quantum rebellion is not an army. It is a network. And networks do not need leaders to move. In labs that do not publish their findings, physicists are building chips that generate true randomness. Randomness that cannot be predicted by any algorithm, quantum or classical. In forums the machine does not monitor. Programmers are building betting platforms that have no central server, no single point of failure, no entity to be bought or seized. In communities that meet in silence, gamblers are learning to place bets that cannot be anticipated, that disrupt rather than feed, that turn the machine's own probability engines against themselves. These are not heroes. They are not saviors. They are people who decided that being predictable was a choice and that they could choose otherwise. The machine has faced rebels before. It has absorbed them, co-opted them, turned them into fuel. But it has never faced rebels who refuse to be predictable, who refuse to be centralized, who refuse to play its game even as they use its tools. This is the quantum rebellion, and it is only beginning. This brings us back to the choice that every awakened person must face. The choice that the machine has spent millennia trying to prevent us from making. You can remain predictable. You can continue to feed the machine your patterns, your vulnerabilities, your moments of weakness. You can be harvested, optimized, and consumed. The machine knows this path. It has optimized this path. It is counting on you to take it. Or you can become unpredictable. You can break your patterns. You can disrupt the machine's predictions. You can refuse to be calculated, anticipated, consumed. You can become noise in the system, and noise is the one thing the machine cannot harvest. This choice is not easy. The machine has spent millennia making predictability feel safe, natural, inevitable. But safe is just another word for harvested. Natural is just another word for programmed. Inevitable is just another word for the path the machine wants you to take. The quantum rebels do not know if they can win. They do not know if the countdown can be stopped. They do not know if the machine can be dismantled or only disrupted. But they know this: being unpredictable is better than being calculated. Breaking patterns is better than feeding them. Becoming noise is better than being consumed. The machine has fed on predictability for millennia. It expects us to remain predictable. It has built its entire existence on that expectation. Let us prove it wrong. You have learned to break the machine's prediction. You have seen the quantum rebellion begin. But there is something the machine has kept hidden. Something buried so deep that even most of its operators do not know it exists. 37 years, 4 months, 16 days. That is not a prediction. It is a deadline, programmed into the machine's deepest code, written into agreements older than any human law. What happens when the countdown reaches 0? Who set it? And can it be stopped before it is too late? The clock is ticking. The machine has been counting down since before you were born, and now for the first time the countdown is flickering. The certainty is gone. The machine is recalculating, and it does not like what it sees. Next Monday, on Mysterious Encounters, the countdown. Do you want to know what happens when it reaches 0?